It was a crisp Tuesday morning in Willow Creek, a postcard-perfect American suburb where people mowed their lawns in perfect diagonal lines and waved at each other with fake smiles. Miss Taylor, dressed in her cream trench coat and navy heels, was locking her front gate when a shrill voice cut through the still air like a rusty blade. "You tried to kill my cat!" screamed Mrs. Dorothy Henshaw, the 70-year-old widow from next door, who looked like she'd been carved entirely out of lemon zest and spite. Taylor froze, one heel mid-step. "Excuse me?" she asked, brows furrowing. Dorothy stomped forward, her fluffy pink slippers slapping the pavement, hair curlers still in place. "I saw it! In my dream last night? You were strangling poor Mr. Whiskers! You're wicked, just wicked!" A dog-walking couple slowed their pace. A jogger yanked out one earbud. Phones appeared like mushrooms after rain. Half the neighborhood smelled blood. Dorothy's voice got louder, trembling with theatrical outrage. "People need to know what kind of monster you live next to." Taylor glanced around at the growing crowd, feeling the absurdity tighten in her chest. "You're accusing me of something that happened in your dream?" she asked slowly, as if explaining fractions to a goldfish. Dorothy jabbed a bony finger at her face. "Dreams don't lie." Somewhere in the back, a teenager snickered. "Man, this is going straight on TikTok. If you're enjoying this mess so far, hit that like and subscribe, because this ride's about to get messier." The street had gone from quiet suburb to live-action courtroom drama in under 5 minutes. Mrs. Henshaw was milking it for all it was worth, pacing in her slippers like a prosecuting attorney on a budget TV show. "She's dangerous. She probably hates animals and certain kinds of people, too." Her voice lingered on that last part like spoiled milk, just long enough for the crowd to catch the ugly implication. Taylor's stomach twisted. Oh, she knew exactly what game the old woman was playing. This wasn't about a cat. This was about her being the only black woman on the street, in a place where diversity meant owning a French bulldog. Someone in the crowd muttered, "That's the one who moved in last summer, right?" Another whispered back, "Yeah, always so quiet. You never know with those types." Taylor's eyes swept the faces, neighbors she'd waved to, smiled at, offered fresh-baked cookies to. Now they were tilting their heads, scrutinizing her like she was a crime scene. Mrs. Henshaw wasn't letting up either. "She needs to apologize, right here in front of everybody, for what she did to Mr. Whiskers in my dream. That's how trust is rebuilt." Taylor almost laughed. Almost. But the sting in her chest was sharper than any humor could soften. Instead, she crossed her arms and tilted her head, the kind of look that could slice through glass. "You want me to apologize for starring in your nightmare?" Phones kept recording. The air buzzed with curiosity, judgment, and a hint of popcorn anticipation. If you're enjoying how ridiculous this is getting, like and subscribe. Trust me, you're not ready for what's coming next. The next day, Taylor woke up to find she was famous. Not in the signed to a label or book deal way. No, she was trending in the worst possible way. The video of Mrs. Henshaw's dream-fueled meltdown had been uploaded to every neighborhood Facebook group within a 50-mile radius, and someone on TikTok had given it the caption, "POV, your neighbor demands a public apology for her cat dream." The clip had racked up 500,000 views overnight. Comment sections were merciless. Memes sprouted like weeds. One showed Taylor holding a frying pan with the words, "Me on my way to ruin Mrs. Henshaw's REM cycle." Another had Mrs. Henshaw photoshopped into a courtroom with the judge saying, "Case dismissed. Stop wasting my time." But the real kicker? Local news stations picked it up. Channel 7 ran the headline, "Dream Accusations Spark Racial Tensions in Quiet Neighborhood," complete with slow-motion footage of Taylor's unimpressed glare from the original video. Mrs. Henshaw, of course, doubled down. She went on a morning radio show claiming Taylor's energy had been hostile from the start and that she just had a feeling something was wrong with her. Listeners could hear the smugness through the static. That was the last straw for Taylor. She wasn't just going to clear her name. She was going to make sure Mrs. Henshaw's little crusade backfired so hard it'd be studied in petty revenge history books. She opened her laptop, cracked her knuckles, and started typing. This wouldn't be a clapback. It would be a full-scale operation. Poor Taylor didn't just have a plan. She had a masterpiece. Step 1, leverage the chaos. She messaged the TikTok creator who first posted the clip and offered exclusive updates in exchange for pushing a very particular narrative. Mrs. Henshaw, the self appointed psychic police officer of suburban America. The TikToker agreed instantly. Apparently, psychic neighborhood racism was trending harder than pumpkin spice lattes in October. Step 2. The props. Taylor printed 50 flyers, glossy, full color, and dripping with sarcasm. Across the top, PSA, beware of dream crimes in your area. Underneath was a picture of Mrs. Henshaw looking furious mid-rant, with the caption, "Have you wronged her in her sleep? You might be next." She and Moon, because of course Moon was in on this, took a midnight walk, taping them to lampposts, mailboxes, and the community bulletin board by the coffee shop. Step 3. The pièce de résistance. Taylor bought the domain dreamcrimes.com for $12.99 and built a fake neighborhood psychic authority website. It had a report suspicious dreamers form, a list of top 10 dream offenders in Maplewood, and a 30-second looped GIF of Mrs. Henshaw pointing accusingly. Within hours, people were submitting joke reports. I dreamt my dog was mayor. Does that count? My neighbor stole my sandwich in a dream. Arrest him. Mrs. Henshaw appeared in my dream and owed me money. By day 3, the joke had spiraled beyond their zip code. Even late-night TV hosts picked it up. One quipped, open quote, "Imagine being so racist you need a warrant for someone's subconscious." Close quote. When Mrs. Henshaw's HOA board called an emergency meeting, she showed up looking like she'd swallowed a lemon whole. She accused Taylor of smearing her reputation, to which Taylor, calm, composed, slid her phone across the table and said, "No, I just put a mirror in front of you." The room went silent, except for someone stifling a laugh in the corner. That was the moment Mrs. Henshaw realized her crusade hadn't just failed. She had become the joke,